Every time with the dumb dead blasted mother flippin' Windows update. I forgot I did that yesterday. Yeah, that every time with the dumb dead blasted mother flippin'. At least it's consistent. At least I know what the problem is. I don't know why it sets the default microphone to not be the right microphone on my OBS, but at least I know what the problem is. Thank you for the hydrate. Also, good to see that you made it and you can keep your stream streak. I guess I'll drink some of this tea. It smelled really good when I made it. It doesn't taste as powerful as I thought it would. But then again, I diluted it with like... maybe? It's highly caffeinated, if that helps. I didn't make one of my, like, non-caffeinated teas. I don't think that helps, does it? That actually doesn't make a difference. That doesn't actually matter there, does it? Okay. So, the two questions I gotta figure out is... Are you okay. I thought it was doing... Why is it consistent? Why is it consistently dumb? We're getting into some motion design with cavalry. I've been mesmerized quite a bit. I've been live just long enough for you to get an ad. Although, I suppose you don't get ads because everybody here is cool and doesn't do ads. So. Also, you make it sound like you missed something in the 4 minutes that I booted up the stream. You have missed nothing. I don't start the stream with high quality yapping. Or high quality anything, really. Oh, these are just some neat animations people have done. Wow, this looks like you could do some really cool stuff. I do wonder how long some of this stuff takes, because it's like, it looks really cool, but is this kind of like a vector math program that makes it somewhat easy, or is this like a lot of work on every single one of these? This doesn't seem like it's too bad, but I don't know. But it might be because it says it's a one text layer thing. Oh no, here I am getting mesmerized. Missed high quality cursing. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm getting there. We'll get into some high quality well, nah, it'll be low quality cursing. It'll be me mumbling and repeating the same curse word. So. Oh, okay. You can even see how it was done. There's the ad break. Okay. Now I can actually see the ad breaks. For some reason, I just either didn't notice them last time, or it just wasn't notifying me. Why do I have my resume open? Oh, because the person reading my resume was like, what's this 3-year break? I'm like, what? It should be a 3-month break, if anything. Man, why does it look so clean? It's like, okay, here's the line, and then you break it with a thing, and then it's like, yeah, that works. And then it just is not responding in a way that I would expect. That phone's hurting the eyes, so you're just gonna listen for a while, but not chatting because stupid migraine. No, that, like I said, that's fine. You're welcome to lurk, and if I was looking at the numbers from the last stream I did, it was like, there was actually a good number of lurkers, because I feel like I only had 4, maybe 5 people chatting, but it said I was up to 8 people watching. It was like, oh, okay. I mean, it did look like I was doing a new debut thing, which, vaguely... Okay, what is the Billie Eilish song where she says, I want to end me? Because that's the song that I have stuck in my head after watching the Billie Eilish tour movie. This. Oh, it's just called I Want to End Me. No, okay, bury a friend. Well, then what is this then? It says it's an official music video. That seems like it's less... official. Okay, there we go. Not that I'm gonna play that, because, that'll most definitely get pinged by the, copyright claim thing, but... I wanna fix this. I wanna fix this. We'll see if I can figure it out. This is working just fine. It's casting the ray. It's making it yellow if it hits something. It's making it red if it didn't. That's perfect. And then it just, when it hits something, it just has issues. The null is obnoxious, because it's like, what is null when you get to the debug? Which I guess that's... So let's just make it specific as to... Neither of these are null, though. That's the thing. If you're in this method, I'm checking to see that this is not null, and this is not null. So by the time that you're doing nothing to modify it, it should be the same by the time you get to here. Unless this is null. But this is returning... No, this would have to return something. Yeah, it's returning this, it's returning that, otherwise return that. Which I think if I got rid of this, it would complain that it's not returning something, right? Yes, it says it has to return something, and so it is. I'm still so confused as to what does it think is null. I was thinking as a another quality of life feature that, like, if I can get this system working to where you have an arrow that shows you your path, if you put a bumper in the path, it'll rotate automatically to be like a direction on the path. At least when you place it. Because that's not going to be useful if it's, yeah, it's not really going to help a ton, necessarily. Yeah, the reason I don't want to do the, like, oh, it automatically aims towards whatever the direction is because not only are you going to be sending it in 2 different directions, but if it has a loop where it hits the back of a bumper, that bumper is going to get really confused. Yeah, that's like technically this is casting the right ray here. That's working, it's just here. That was working, and now this is backward. That's the other thing that's bothering me about that. The one that's actually working is still backward. I mean, because it also feels like I should be able to add this to the start position to try to get it outside of the range of the thing. Which I feel like I did this earlier too. Or was I doing it based on the forward position? Because it should be based on the next direction that you're trying to move. Move the ray outside of the path of the thing. I'm like, I kind of want to add just a little bit, because I think what's happening is it's just right on the edge of the collider, so it's saying that it's collided, despite the fact that it's... So then it doesn't show up as a line, it shows up as a non-existent point. Yeah, okay, so now the one that's working is... this one? No, this one? No, I broke both of them. Because those were always broken. You should not be casting a ray. If it's hitting this... Okay, no, this is the other thing here. If... Yeah, then it's if I do an if and an if, that means I should probably put it up in here, but for now, I might want to do some... Well, no, I think this is going to be an if-else, so... Okay, here. This will get rid of some of the... Oh my goodness. Why everybody? I wanted this, just this one thing here. Just this. That's all good, just this. There we go. And now, if you are not equal to vector 3.0, then you can try to cast a ray. So if you're shooting into the back of a bumper, then don't try anything. Yeah, the if and the if I don't think I need, but I might modify it. So we're going to leave the if in the if. And then whatever the thing that does the code smells, we'll pick it up and say that... Okay, so that's broken, that's broken. So yes, it's so... Now at least the back of the bumper's not throwing errors, that's good. It just did ads recently, didn't it? And now my body's like, it's restroom time. Great. Nobody even told me to... No, somebody told me to hydrate, right? Wait a second. There was a hydrate right at the beginning, and I said I was going to drink some tea, but instead I'm going to drink some water. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword of like, I got a job interview tomorrow. I'm a little hesitant about it because if I get the job, it's back to that 2-hour commute again. Have fun. That's just so much time gone. Not to mention so much gas, and gas is so expensive right now. Okay, 2 hours a day times 5 days a week times 52 weeks a year. Let's just say 50. Let's just say I take 2 weeks off or something. What did I say again? 2 hours a day times 5 days a week times 50 weeks. There's 500 hours spent driving back and forth in my car per year. And there's nowhere to move to either. It's like I could move out to the middle of nowhere and then instead spend the hour drive driving back to civilization. Which, I guess if it's a long commute, then yeah. Ugh. There's a chance it's not going to be a drive all the way out to the office, but I'm assuming it's going to be. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm like, do I just take a job to have a job? Because I think the other part of it is that if I don't have time to do other stuff, then... Oh, AI viewers. Wait, this is AI chatters? What does it mean by AI viewers? Because I could say view bots, is that what it's trying to say? The idea of an AI viewer is... what? Because I could see view bots, that makes your number look bigger on Twitch, so that people say, oh, this person must be doing something interesting. Let's go watch. And I can understand, like, chat bots, because that says, oh, there's somebody in the chat chatting, so maybe I should also chat. But the idea of AI viewers... Is it both? Is it both a chat bot and a number go up? A view bot? Okay, well... Was there a different way to say, like, show me a gizmo for, like, the point that I'm actually putting something? Okay, there was also part of me that was like, can I... offset this a little bit? Because I have the direction, I'm just not doing the ray cast correctly. Apparently. Okay, what happens if I just cast the same ray again? Except the origin is different. Because I thought I was doing it based on the hit collider transform position here, meaning the middle of the bumper. And yet that doesn't appear to be what it was. Okay, let's just see if I can get the ray when it hits the bumper in a valid direction. Does it just give me a nice green ray from the middle of the thing? That's the question. So it should just continue in the same direction, but be green. So, did not hit, failed to hit, yellow. And then here. What's with the distance on it? What? Huh? Okay, but the hit collider is in fact this. And the center of this object is... Okay, now the bumper, ramp a basic 45. Is it because it's this, the trigger here? Yeah, okay, you're coming out of the middle of the back of this. Oh, you're coming out of the middle of the back of this. That's the center of this thing? Why the fluffin' heck is that the center of the thing? Or at least why does it consider that the center of the thing? Okay, what? That's just the visuals. Okay, and I want you to hit this collider. Not this. Why is it considering that the center of the thing instead of the center of the box that it's colliding with? Okay, so maybe not hit the collider, but like the... Okay, so how about the... that parent? Because it does have a parent, right? How about transform that parent? I don't think I need the there. Yeah, the parent transform. Yeah, this was definitely the way to approach it. It was very slowly, step by step. To say, okay, does it hit? Okay, when it hits, does it make a little green? It's so baby. It's not doing the exact same distance the other one is. Oh, it's not doing a distance. Oh, they hit that distance. Oh. So for my little test here. Yeah, you don't need to reflect how baby the other thing is. Okay, that's better. It's slowly getting better. Okay, give me one that's not directly in front of the pipe. But good to know that directly in front of the pipe is working. So now not directly in front of the pipe. Hits the back of it. Okay, there. Okay, but again... Oh, no, is that... Okay. Can you do multiplied by infinity? I want the distance to be bigger. You can, okay. Because I can't tell if it's hitting... Oh, the debug shouldn't matter. It shouldn't be... Well, okay, yeah, I do want the ray to be... Nah, let's just roll a new one. That button's in the way and everything. There we go. Okay. So now we do that. That's valid, so you should be green times infinity. Okay, that's not how you do that. So how about times 10? I want the distance to be a lot further. Maybe I should look at debug draw array. Is there other overloads that let me do a distance? That guarantee that the distance can be closer to infinity? Yeah, okay, because I needed to reach across. But now, that's still not enough because... Yeah, I needed to reach across the entire thing, and I don't know how big this is going to be, so... 3 overloads. Okay. So do you have a distance? You have a duration? How long it will be visible? But it did times infinity and it wasn't. Okay, well, it's a debug ray. I don't know how the math actually works out for not being debugged, but... But as long as I'm covering the whole board, the problem is if the board gets to be above 1,000, which right now is not easy, not possible, but okay. So now I have a nice green line coming out of the middle of the bumper that says where it's going next. Problem is if that hits something, or rather when you cast another ray in the same way, and then if that hits something, how often are the ads? They're like every hour or so, I think. Because I did notice when I started the stream that it did run ads, so can I calculate when I'm allowed to take a poop, or do I need to wait? Or can I wait, or should I just go, is really the question. Yeah, okay, monetization ads. Oh, 5 minutes of ads every hour. Okay. So half an hour. I might just go. Also, I noticed that there's nobody here anyway, so this is a good time to go take a break. I'll be back. I leave the stream unattended for just a moment. And then Pagorli's got to come in here and mess with my coaster again. Dag nabbit. Okay. I was starting to get somewhere, and then I said, "Nah, I gotta go." But now I'm back. So now it's a question of direction. So this is where it should actually be. This. Okay, let's see if this is correct, which it should be. Thank you for the hydrate. We'll hydrate with some more caffeinated tea. This is fairly caffeinated. I should have drunk this earlier, but I didn't have it made earlier. Okay, that time I got the flavor a little more. That's good. That's not as crazy fruity as I thought it was going to be, but that's good. That looks good. Ooh hoo hoo. Hell yeah, there we go. That's looking like what I want. There we go. How you like them apples? Okay. So now, can we do that recursively, or does it explode? Because I want it with the next bumper. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Although, the question is... Okay, so, before we get into recursion, before we make this recursive, let's do a raycast with this. And then check if the raycast is what it's hitting. And then do a debug log from there. Okay. So you should actually be this ray that I just figured out from the middle of the bumper to, well, okay, just the bumper direction. If I do out hit, is that going to be fine? Can I reuse that, or is that going to cause issues? So that should be from the middle of the bumper to that direction. And then say same thing here. Okay, we're gonna just do this because I don't think it's gonna be an else. And if it is, I can change it. Okay. Hit a bumper and not the back. That's what I'm trying to determine there. So if you hit a bumper and it's not the back of the bumper, then you can cast a ray for the next bumper. And so if this one is hitting anything, and make sure it's a bumper and not the back of a bumper and whatever else. Oh, and then because I'm using hit again, that should work just fine. Bugger off! Did I seriously use the restroom and then it said, hey, we're gonna run ads? It's only 40 minutes in. A 5-minute ad every hour and it ran an ad 5 minutes in. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. Okay, I don't need the did hit actually. Yeah, this doesn't need to be there anymore. I've figured that out. We're gonna just keep the debug raised though. And then did not hit, I don't need either. I don't need to continue clogging that with, they're still here. If you added a whole bunch more, they went way the heck over here. There. Now we can keep more of your roller coaster contributions. That's great. Until you would, again, inevitably add to it, and then I gotta move it again. Okay. So this is the second ray that it's casting and asking if it hit something again. So this should give me the nice colors, but not spam this thing with a billion debug messages. It's only when it's rotating. I'm starting to think the animation is causing an issue here with the raycast. I think because if it over rotates or under or okay, wait, so if it's here and then it's rotating to there. Oh, and it over rotates just slightly because of the way I did the animation. And then I don't think the... I guess I could say which direction it's pointed before it does that. Okay, so... basically, how do I say don't do this when you're animating? Because this... well, okay, either... so I get it, whether the bumper is animating or not? Either that or it's the... okay, you do have an animator. That is... yeah, okay. And then if I do animator dot, like... states or something? Has states, get current animator state info, to layer index being 0. I don't think I'm doing any different layer things. And then like name of the clip that's playing is name hash or the clip. His name? Okay, so then we just do a thing for hello. Welcome, welcome. You can see how far I've gotten on the arrow thing here. I think I'm having a little bit of an animation issue with... so there, you can see it hits the back. There's the... Let's actually zoom. So that it's still probably kind of small, but there's a raycast hitting the back of the bumper, and if I move it so that it's actually pointing to the next thing, it does a ray. Oh. Why are you at a different height? Okay, well I guess I will fix that here. But then based on the, when it rotates, I think there's also, because it's checking if it's hitting again. So I'm on to the next bumper to see if it's trying to hit a second bumper. And it's saying that it is. Which is concerning, because there's only one bumper. And I don't want the, just came back from a maze first day. Are you trying to reference the mobile game? Also, what have you been up to? I don't know that I've heard a Brainoid update in a while. Amazing first day for... Okay, so you specifically amazing. Something about a maze? I'm picking up that there's a code word or something there. Wait, is it in the Discord? I haven't been on Discord in forever. I've been kind of terrible at looking at any and all of the Discords that I have. Oh, mobile testing has some info. Maybe, at some point. And the occasional person joined? Ah, some news as of the 4th. It's 10 days later. Maybe, yeah, okay, I have not looked at this at all. Oh, Google Amaze? Well, what if I want to use Ecosia instead? Is that okay? Oh, Amaze Berlin. Ah. Congrats. Wait, it says that Did you post on social media? That's why I was kind of looking at the Discord, because I know the Discord occasionally has a thing, but... Well, that's fun. I'm assuming with some more Replicat? Oh, okay. So you're just not showing off anything, just went to Amaze. Just vibing and networking. Okay. Oh, I could do the newsletter. I'm nowhere near Germany. But that's fun. It's still fun to do that. Yeah, don't have energy for another booth sesh. Do you want to do more booth sesh for Replicat? Do you want to do... Or at least, are you going to do more? Okay, I have one in June. Okay. Because I feel like it's not a bad way to get the game out there. I don't know, I guess it's mostly good for feedback as opposed to like actual like sales or anything, but it's always good to network, I think. And if you have an actual game to network with instead of like, I don't know, I started something, that's always good. Okay, let's just remake the origin here. And then do that as the... Sure. Whatever, that's not what I want at all. I want a new vector 3. And then I want it to be this on the X and the Z, but then the Y to just stay the same. And yeah, my next showcase is in June. But it's, again, another small local showcase, not a big thing, so. Okay, applied on your behalf without telling you. That's an interesting way to do it. Got a free booth and asked if they wanted to go and said, why not? That's cool. Oh, a free booth for the publisher. Okay, so Replicat might actually be at a booth, just not you showing off Replicat at a booth. Wait, so how is it doing in comparison to the other games from the publisher? I don't know if that affects relations or not. Yeah, I don't know how much effort a publisher puts in, like, after the fact on a thing, too, so. Oh, free booth for Replicat? Okay. I didn't... Okay, so not a free booth for the publisher, a free booth for Replicat. So you do... Okay, so yeah, you said you don't have a booth or anything. That sure sounds like you have... I guess Replicat has a booth. Which sure sounds like it would be kind of... you have a booth, but... Oh, okay. Booth for the next show, not a maze. Okay, I'm mixing up shows. I see. Well, I definitely wish you luck. It's gotta be cool to actually have, like, something on Steam that people can wishlist. Maybe one day I'll get there. Yeah, that's concerning that, like, it's not supposed to be hitting again. It's just the one bumper, so. That's Danzig? I'm again, probably hitting the pronunciation completely wrong, even on Danzig. Okay. In Poland. Okay, since Poland is a rising star in the game industry. I'm curious about that. Okay. Well, and I think coming from another European country, that's a lot easier to do, where you can just, like, hop on a long train ride or something instead of... Yeah, I'd be way too intimidated to fly out to, like, a Gamescom or something. I mean, I've even flown out to the... Oh no, what is it? Festival of Gaming now? If that even continues to stay around, because the attendees kind of fell off by like a third or something. Okay, 5-hour train ride. Yeah, that's not bad. To go to a conference or something. Yeah, that's probably a good chunk of money, though, to take a 5-hour train ride to hang out at a conference for, I'm assuming, multiple days. But... last convention was sometime before 2016? Dang, dude. No conventions at all? Of any kind? I guess it's just because I've been, like, selling my pixel art at conventions and stuff that I'm... Like, I go to conventions at least a couple times a year. And it's just been more recently because... yeah, that's concerning. Oh, that was the thing that I was trying to fix, was the height. Wait, 2016? It's been almost 10 years since you went to a convention? Maybe you should get out more. Conventions are fun. Whether that's a comic convention or a game convention or like a 9 or 10, yeah, okay. I guess if you don't have the money to go to a convention, but I mean, at least for me, there's a fair amount of like local game dev convention things that it's not like those are expensive, because they're free in most cases. I say conventions as if it's like some big thing, and it's mostly just a bunch of people set up a booth with games. But like, that still, I think, counts. Okay, that's the right height, but then it's doing this secondary hit here that concerns me. Because it should not be doing that. Until there is a second bumper. Oh, on holiday, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll have to, I really should do more to, like, prepare for an interview and stuff, too, but... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going to this job interview, but... I do need some kind of income. And I'm clearly working too slow on the game for that. Plus, that's not... Until I get it on Steam and can look at the wishlist numbers, that'll tell me whether it's actually... Or I guess the follower numbers, not the wishlist numbers. At least that's the most recent Game Discover article I was reading. Was basically saying, like, yeah, some games get a lot of wish lists, but that also means that a lot of people are like, oh, I'll wait for a sale for when this shows up again. Well, that's concerning. Because now I have a second bumper. And it's only when I rotate the first one does it say it hit anything. But you should be hitting this other second bumper here. And you have... Huh. Oh, before you had a cat. Okay, so you have a marker as to when these things happened. Why are you not hitting the second bumper? And you're only hitting the first one again. When? Yeah, okay, because I have the debug ray that is going from the new origin here in the bump direction, and it's green. So same thing here. So this out hit. Can I not reuse that? So hit 2. Let's see if that clears things up. I doubt it, but we'll see. Because I'm assuming I can use it again, but it also doesn't appear to be working correctly, so let's challenge that assumption. So I'm not making an ass out of you and me. Or Ming. Okay. What? Oh, so now that's working. No, that's not working. Now that's working. Fucking heck, bruv. Why you do this? You should be hitting it here just fine. You should be hitting it here just fine. That seriously isn't connecting? It sure looks like it's piercing the corner of this thing. Plus, that's not what I'm trying to hit anyway. It should be hitting this other trigger collider, right? Or no? Does it work with triggers? Or no? Okay, wait, maybe I looked that up. Also, it became a YouTuber in my absence. As in, like, regular YouTube, like, not as in you put up a YouTube video, or you did multiple YouTube videos? Like, regular YouTube videos. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're just gonna casually drop that you have YouTube videos to watch. I'm assuming Brainode Games. Ah, is this, no, this is not a, whatchamacallit. You're not talking the devlog here, are you? Are you talking the devlog, or are you talking the, this one? Okay, so this just looks like a... This is not a devlog thing, this is just a gameplay update one. So, you're not a YouTuber necessarily, but did a YouTube video, so... Yeah, okay, the higher view count one. Kind of interesting to call this progress log, because this is like a good gameplay update for sure, but... Wait, have you contacted a publisher for this at all? Is this also going to be published, or... I was gonna say, does this have the Amaze? Some good photos from Amaze? There's all sorts of Brainoid updates. I've been gone for too long. Okay, nothing about Amaze, but... Video's good. 1 minute, but up to this point it's good. That's not how publishers work. You don't even have a Steam page. Well, it's one of those... Because I thought part of the, like, getting a publisher was also that you get a little bit of the... like, if you show them your next project and they like it, if they would want to fund it or not, but... We're also not in those kind of times either, so... I was gonna say, yeah, we're not in those kind of times, so... I didn't know. I've not been blessed with a publisher, so... I kind of figured there's a... Well, you're going to Amaze to network and stuff, so I didn't know if there was some of that as well. To say, Oh, this is somebody else who was trying to do YouTube video things. Put a lot of effort into the new video and people really liked it, so I might drop a proper devlog for the incremental game. Okay. Somebody from the Down to Jam community. Okay. Yeah, this is why I tried to get everything under the same banner of, like, Ryan S. Peterson Games or No Mobile. Of which I should probably put both of those under one banner, too. So. Do I want to watch this right now on stream? Not really. I'm not a React content kind of guy. I still kind of wanted to try to get this working, but yeah, 3000's what, better than anything I've done? No, I have the one video that's at like 2000 or something. It's so weird to see the brown instead of the orange. It doesn't stand out nearly as much, and that's probably a good thing. It looks like it's slightly off-center too. Did I not center this? Like this. Maybe I just leave it zoomed out instead of trying to zoom it in. Watch the first minute. Okay, I should watch the video. Well, I guess I will.
But we're not allowed to communicate. Each of us gets a handful of hours to work on the project before passing it to the next person who can tweak, improve, or completely sabotage everything we've done. You might have seen similar past the game challenges.
Yeah, okay, this definitely has some editing on it.
For ourselves by doing it during one of the biggest online game making events with only 3 days to finish a playable game. We had no idea what kind of monster would come out of this, but the twists the game took were honestly wild. Without further ado, I was the first developer to touch the project. The theme for this jam was Signal.
Yeah, okay, this definitely has some good editing on it, so.
So I needed a clear idea and
Should fix the streaming audio levels forever. That's... I've tried. I've tried. Literally, the start of this stream was me going, oh look, Windows updated to mute my mic again. I don't think it'll happen. Oh, you can't hear the video at all?
rough but readable foundation for the others.
It sure looks like you can.
I decided on a top-down game where your weapon only works if you...
Is this a little quiet? Is that what you're saying?
You're in a range of a signal source. Move away from the signal and your... Fire rate and reload speed get worse. Stay close and you're strong.
That's listenable. It's quiet, but it's listenable. That's listenable. It's quiet, but it's listenable. And my voice is a lot louder than the video. Oh, and then I muted it. Whoops, I meant to pause it. Okay, I wanted to watch this later. I'm not a React streamer. Or maybe I will watch it.
About 5 hours before I had to pass the project on, so I needed a clear idea and a rough but readable foundation for the others. I decided on a top-down game where your weapon only works if you're in a range of a signal source. Move away from the signal and your fire rate and reload speed get worse. Stay close and you're strong. To support that, I quickly hacked together a basic player controller, a generic signal source component that affects your weapon stats based on distance, some simple radial level layouts with circular arenas, and an exit in the center, so later we could do cool zoom-in transitions between levels. And I thought circular levels could introduce some interesting level design ideas. I tried to get as many core systems in as possible so other devs could see the vision and decide what to keep, improve or replace. That meant most of what I built here was very half-baked. I didn't fully finish the radial levels or the transitions. because I switched over to enemies. If they had a player, a signal system, and at least one enemy type, the next devs could immediately understand.
Okay, this is a top-down.
Oh, there's so much editing put into this video.
Staring at an empty prototype.
I mean, good job on the
I
editing.
started writing enemy AI, and I fell into the local avoidance rabbit hole right away. By the time my 5 hours were up, the AI was a mess, the code was rough, but the core idea was there. Top-down shooter, signal sources, circular levels, and one very confused enemy.
So I'm the second to get the project right after Brainoid started working on it at 2 a.m.
Okay, so everybody.
Rushing to get a semblance of an idea out.
I like how the first thing was, let's go shit on the last person who did anything.
I was trying to understand what the game was even supposed to be. I cleaned up the scene into some proper level prefabs, organized a bit better the game manager logic, and fixed some bugs with the object pooling system. Now it was time to decide in which direction to take the game further in. I decided to focus on the team most of all, and expand on the idea of the
Okay.
signal mechanic Brainard left behind. I turned the signal senders and receivers.
Okay, so you were the one doing all the video editing still.
Every object could receive the signal and not just the player weapon. Polished up the enemies so they are deadlier the better the signal strength they have. Polished up the player weapon so it feels better to shoot alongside the signal mechanic. And to top it all off, during my exhaustion, I made a dumbass level while my exhaustion was setting. So I hope the boys that come after me can appreciate all the cleanup I did.
But this came in the first, like, what,
That Mark, the one that comes
10 hours?
break the project too much.
What about me? What about me?
Boats got sick and really busy, so I had to fill in for his part of the video. He actually had 3 separate shifts between hours, and he used all of them on art. He went into this challenge wanting to learn Blender, so naturally he started with
Wanting to learn Blender? That's a
tutorials.
bold thing to do. Oh, okay, so a couple people sent their chunk of the video.
He spent half his shift perfecting sprinkles before touching our game. Once he had mastered the ancient Donna arts, he actually started creating stuff for the game. Like a signal emitter, a portal, a gun, some VFX, the player character, he calls it Guy, and our beloved enemy, the Robodog. His goal was to give everything a chunky mechanical style. Unfortunately, we're using an orthographic camera,
Yes, we do.
which kind of flattens everything out. In one of the Twitch
Okay, so they're not actually supposed to be toilets.
And the best guess we got was
What is this enemy though? It looks like a red toilet a little bit.
sorry boats. They actually look really good in close up.
Yeah, I was like, the Robodogs actually don't look too bad. But top down, they do look like toilets.
We got here. Okay, some laser signals. Oh, so you're stronger when you stand near it. Wait, is this supposed to be a reflector or something?
Oh yeah, because it was a no communication. It's literally just to send the files.
I think I know who made this level. I don't
Interesting.
need any communication to know that. Alright, let's think. I feel like the signal mechanic is kinda one-dimensional right now. You kinda just stand here and shoot. I wanna make the player think. Maybe we do something with this reflector? Wait, if the player could bounce the signal around the map, that could be interesting. But how would that even work? Because the signal would have to bounce in all directions. Oh, we could do something like this. And then figure out the reflections later? Sounds like a plan. Okay, so it's kinda working. Wait, no. Okay, here we go. I'm basically shooting rays in a circle to see how far the signal can go and then turning that into a mesh. I've also made it subdivide whenever it hits a corner so that it looks smooth and sexy. So smooth.
Okay, I was kind of wondering how this was done, because it seemed like it would be a pain for a jam.
The problem with that is that sometimes only part of the signal hits the mirror. And you can even have freaky stuff like this. So what I decided to do was save all the points that hit the mirror and then group them together. Then I could just run the mesh generation.
Okay, so that's Celeste, isn't
And
it?
bada beam, bada boom, we got light, baby. I I quickly slapped the shader on it, and it was starting to feel kinda tasty.
Nice.
Okay, so that took what? Wait, it's been 8 hours?
Okay, I was kind of wondering. Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks so complex. The idea of attempting this for a jam
Doors and switches,
is crazy.
I've made it so you have to shine a signal onto these circle things to open the doors. And I also made these moving enemies.
It does make the signal stuff a lot more interesting, though.
Which could be interesting. Then I realized we still need a way for the player to place these reflectors. So I started adding an inventory system. Until I realized I freaking hated this Unity UI shenanigans. So I promptly threw everything into a heavy-duty double-shaft industrial waste shredder to get rid of the evidence. And started from scratch. This time,
Took the shooter and made a puzzle game instead.
so you can just pick up and move them. Simple. Finally, I made some examples.
Yeah, okay, I didn't even think about the fact that it was just a shooter at the beginning.
What to do with them.
Alright.
And then you get the project back and go, wait a second.
Very excited. Wait. What the heck? This is a different game. Where are the circular levels, man? Nothing's tied to proximity now. And the weapon's disabled? We have a building phase now. I can't even move my character. I can only place and move blocks. This whole reflection mechanic is really cool, though. How did he even... Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of deciphering. Stop. I have an idea. Okay, so Mark had this mechanic where your signal is boosted the more zones you're overlapping with. I think we can change that so it's based on both overlapping and proximity. Alright, you know what? I'm going to remove this building phase shenanigans and make the player move objects in real time.
Box, come to my hand.
Honestly, this is kind of coming together.
That's a video that seems very specific and also
Left and I'm
very accurate for the
So I'll just
the game.
assign some levels and maybe take a break from coding. Time to make some music. Alright, that's a good main menu theme. And that's perfect for the gameplay. I even made it so when you're out of the signal zones, the music is muffled. And in my final hour, I made SFX for pretty much everything I could think of.
So, after a weekend of camping out of town, now I'm back at my PC, and I'm totally ready.
Went camping and then got this project. That's
So, gimme.
gonna be some whiplash.
Ooh, fancy. Oh, nice. Wow. Well, considering that the game is almost done, I need to be surgical here. I need to polish everything I deem necessary without ever touching anything that's already done.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I saw the main menu. Honestly, I didn't like it, so I'm redoing it from scratch.
Sorry, folks.
Nice. Now it's more like it. So polish. What should I do? Alright, the receiver. The receiver is still a capsule, so I quickly modeled it, added materials and animated it. Nice. Next, I noticed a severe lack of feedbacks and the effects, so I think I'll focus on this. Nice. Now everything has VFX. Well, not everything. Yeah, the key is still very rough. It's a potato. So, quickly reworking the key, let's just add the particle when it goes into the keyhole, and add some indicators to count how many keys are needed. Okay, what are we missing here? Alright, the saw blade. At the moment it's just a collection of cubes, so let's quickly model it, ship it. Oh, fancy. And now, damn it, it's already time. Luckily, we are in for the final 3 hours. We go all out, all hands on deck. Will be fun, right? Right?
Oh, everybody in the last 3 hours?
We
That's
started
gonna be a lot.
shouting at each other about bugs. I was extremely tired at this point, so I left the hard work to the others and focused more on polishing. They squashed bugs, made new levels, and playtested them. We were also discussing what to call the game, and we landed on Router Wilds. Aaron quickly created a logo for the game and bang, submitted. This is a pretty cool game.
So how did it do on?
To end up this polished. We even got very positive feedback on the Jam website.
That what?
You can find a link to the game in the description. After the Jam, we talked about how it felt to
Wait, the link to the Let 'em Dare, or just the link to the game?
positive, but we agreed it might be better next time to have a short joint brainstorming session at the start. If any of you out there are thinking, I'd be interested in this challenge if it was a proper game jam format, I have some news for you. This whole thing was kind of an experiment for us. We actually run a game jam called Down to Jam twice a year. It's not hosted on Edge. We have our own website, d2jam.com. That lets us add unique features.
I was gonna say Down to Jam I know, so.
We're considering adding a hot potato challenge as an extra jam format. We'll be experimenting more to turn it into a robust system. So, if that sounds fun, join our Discord to stay tuned. Until next time, potatoes out.
Well, and is this out of however many? Does it say like a ranking, or does it just say? I'm like, in the 30s is pretty good though, especially for it being. Yeah, okay, 12,000 something games. No, that's a great ranking. Like 30 something for 1,200 games. Well, and the fact that it was passed between multiple people with no kind of plan. No plan at all. Just passed between multiple people is kind of crazy. Now, if you were doing all the editing for that, that was very well edited too, as in there was something happening every single moment, of which I've never done a good job with my videos. I mean, I suppose the last time I was trying to do videos, I was doing like PowerPoint presentations, so that it was kind of the point, was that there wasn't supposed to be a lot happening, but I don't know. I keep wanting to get back into doing some kind of YouTube stuff, but I almost feel like it has to be somewhat specific too, but yeah, considering how drastically Mark changed the game. And, well, complicated the game even, like adding the entire like signal reflector stuff. Not only having a whole bunch of like raycast like signal stuff, but also adding the reflector is insane. In the middle of the jam, and then just handing it to somebody else, taking a shooter, making it a very complex puzzle, and then passing it to somebody else. That's completely throwing a wrench into everything. A 5,000 line class called Test Source. Interesting. Yeah, lucky that you understood the code quickly. I guess it's probably good on their part that they had it so that you could understand it quickly. So now do I want to mess with this some more? No, not when it's being wonky. Why are you not hitting this other one? Because this should be the same. The debug ray should be the same. Oh, it's been an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna sit. I thought muted would just cut the signal, not dampen it. Weird. Unless it's picking up another microphone somewhere. Ugh. Okay. It appears to be doing the same thing even if I use the second. Raycast hit. Oh, I guess I could also test and see if it's the same bumper. Made a tiny animation cavalry that you could share, but not really much because I just made it to get used to the editor. Well, if you don't think it's good enough to share, then yeah, you don't have to share it, but I am kind of curious how, if you don't know it and you're making something quick, what kind of crazy thing could you make still? Okay. Because this ray seems to be correct in terms of the origin and in terms of the that, but then here okay, yeah, so this is also telling me that it's not hitting the trigger. Although if I make it not a trigger, that'll cause problems, but I'm also curious as to, does the raycast work better? So instead of being a trigger, you're not a trigger. You're a physical thing. Oh, okay, put it in the self-promo on Discord. Okay. Interesting, not bad. Wait, that's how you... No, I can't move the window around on Discord? Or what if I do... I don't want to... whatever. Well, that's neat. It's got some nice physics to it. I keep trying to focus on this and I keep getting distracted by other conversation. And links to click. And things to do. That aren't this. And then I sat down and I immediately go, I sleepy. No, 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 no. Oh, it didn't change the fact. Wait, what? You should still be hitting this collider, or you should be hitting the inside of this collider. No, wait. This was hitting the edge of the box even when it was a trigger. Because it should be hitting the like the box, not the right? So it being a trigger doesn't seem to matter. What was this box collider? Yeah, and I think I got rid of that because that's not where the code is here. I didn't know about scenery when I made this, so just playing around with the program. Oh, it also has a scenery thing where you can just drag and drop your own scenery stuff in there. I'm assuming drag and drop, but you can just add your own scenery. It's kind of neat. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a trigger or not. It's hitting the box just fine. But then if I add another bumper here, what? It's hitting the back of the bumper. And it's hitting the front of the bumper there, but not hitting it here. But it should be hitting the box, not the edge of the flippin'... You're telling me it's not hitting the box collider. That should very clearly be hitting the box collider right there. But you're basically telling me, oh no, I'm not clipping through the edge of this. But if I do that there, then it is somehow. That shouldn't matter. Why is this one so clean? And then I do it again with a different ray. Same kind of idea. Oh, that's what this was. Scenery.io. Okay. Oh no. What? Physics.raycast origin direction hit and math f.infinity, and it hits that other box just fine. But if I do physics.raycast origin being a new origin, then from the middle of the other bumper, then it doesn't detect anything. Thank you for the hydrate. I did pour some water for myself. Okay, so if I make the origin not the middle of the bumper. Because the other question is, can I do this? And then say just go in that direction a certain distance, and that's going to be the new origin. Oh, that's along the X. Okay, I lied. So I can add you. And you. Oh, and this is... Oh, that's why I was doing that. Because those things are not going to... Well, dadgummit. What is this? This is the... This is start position. Yeah, then it's gonna be confusing as to why I'm making multiple different things here. It's just because I don't want to plug in this, and then .x, and then that, and .y. Yeah, it's not that awful. There we go, because then I just do that. And that, if I'm doing these really crazy kind of math things. There. Now, does that kind of get this all in one thing? No? Especially when I need to add to it. Yay, everybody shut up long enough for me to think. And by think, I mean slap some code around and still not end up with anything that makes any kind of sense. But hey. It's part of the process. It's all part of the process. It's part of the plan. Okay, so now, is this going to offset the start position of the ray? Is the question. Because if I can get it outside of the other bumper, aha! That's actually what I wanted. And then there. Yeah, there we go. Because then that also... Aha! Got rid of the extra collision there. So now if I do that... Why are you not detecting the second hit here? Okay. But you're detecting it there, and you're detecting it there, but not here. What do you fluffing mean, you dumb? Okay, and if I do... Oops, if I do that there, and then I flip this around that away, and then I flip you around. Okay, well, I like the fact that this is not colliding inside of this anymore, but that doesn't answer the question as to why this is not... Okay, how was I doing the yellow? Duh. There we go. I just keep saying the debug log for the collider there, but... Okay, so now I hit 2.distance. And then this direction. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do... Just both of these are going to be So now, direction is equal to... Let's actually use variables. While programming. Wonderful. Learning the power of variables 10 years into my career as a software developer. Uh-oh. Maybe there's a reason I've been unemployed so many times. Uh-oh. Oops. Uh-oh. Whoops. Oh no. Oops. Uh-oh. And this direction. No, this is out on hit 2. Oh. This, no. No, wait. Okay, so now let's do that. There we go. Well, okay, this was doing a ray cast, draw yellow if it hits anything, red if it doesn't. Okay, so then we'll do green to say it's the second one. And then yellow if it hits anything. Or I could do another color. It's another one. There isn't like purple, is there? There is a purple, okay. So then it'll be the exact opposite. Opposite day. Opposite day. It doesn't say when the last ads happened, did it? There's gotta be an ad timer. I feel like I've been on a stream where somebody said, "Oh, aha, I know how to add a timer." No. Add timer. Saribot. Ah, and I have Saribot. Okay, I should definitely look at this. Ah, I just need to do this. I could just do an ad timer. Did that refresh it? So did that update it? You saw bot commands and said there. There we go. We'll send in messages about upcoming ad breaks when they start and end. Okay, good. Okay, so that did refresh. So now I can get rid of the Saribot Twitch channel. Of which there's 45 people. Okay. So then... the ducks are going in one ear and not out the other. Wait. Oh, I can almost tilt. There we go. I can tilt enough to get the ducks in my ear. Or I could just move the coaster. There we go. Now I got ducks going in my head. Exactly. So now the ad timer, did it say... I'm just gonna go pee. That's really what the whole thing was. I just need to go pee. I'm gonna go. Okay, and then I just had a dumb idea when I saw the ducks there of like the ducks falling off the coaster. Well, okay, add physics. I don't know if I necessarily want that, but that's another idea to write down, so. Okay. So another question was, why do you work absolutely perfectly and then you wait, oh, so you're working absolutely perfectly. Why did the debug messages not look like that? Oh, okay. Why did I do different colors? Okay, let's let's get rid of all the other colors. It's just red and yellow. Okay, so if it did hit, it's yellow. If it didn't hit, it's a red. Wait, so this is working perfectly. Oh, the next question is if they're right next to each other, what happens? Okay, red. Oh, yellow's hit, and then I lied. Okay, so turn it green if it's a valid. Okay, here, if else. There we go. So red, it didn't hit anything. Yellow, it hit something, but it's not a next valid target. And then green, it hit something and it's a valid target. So now, same thing here. So if it didn't hit anything, red, here, if it hits something, but it's not a valid target, then it's yellow, otherwise it's green. Okay, so now let's see how that looks and if I have a pretty set of lasers. Because that's the thing too, if I wanted to do a laser between the things, I can entirely do that now too. Okay, red, it's not hitting anything. Yellow, it's hitting something, not valid. Green is hitting something invalid, trying to bump it, but then it's running into the palindrome. Is there a tiny little yellow? There is. And then we do that. So red, it's not hitting anything. Yellow, it's hitting something and not valid. Hitting something invalid. Oh, hey, it's getting there. It's getting there. Now we turn on the recursion and watch everything explode. So now we do you there. Oh. Oh, but that takes it as green. I don't see the green there. I don't see a little tiny yellow thing either. So that's not working. That somehow is working? Oh, you're hitting the backside of this. You're inside of it, hitting the backside of it. I don't know how to... Okay, this is saying that it's working just fine. Okay, let's get rid of these. We're just gonna use the lasers. I don't need the millions of messages. Sriracha slime. Okay, wait, so the ad timer for Seribot. Do I need to restart my stream for that Seribot thing to take effect? Or no? That seems, again, weirdly inconsistent, in which it's like, okay, this is outside of the box, but this is apparently inside and it's hitting this somewhere, somehow, maybe. And it's also hitting that, but it's not hitting that. Why? Yeah, okay, but when they have a space in between them, they're fine. Now, what happens if I shrink this just slightly? Because this box collider is exact numbers. So then like a 1, 5. And like a 3, 5. Like a 3, 5. So that'll give it a little bit of space, but then is this way too small for when you click on it? Oh wow, this lines up exactly with the white. Okay. So now the question is it noticeable if I try to click the very edge of the bumper? Does it rotate or not? Okay, there we go. 3-minute ad break is starting. Thank you for sticking with. There we go. Now other people can see when ads are happening. Okay, and then we do that. Okay, there. If you click right there, is that noticeable? I don't know. Well, okay, I guess I just need to play the Dumb Dad Blasted game, and that'll tell me. Yeah, okay, there we go. Because now this gives me a tiny little line between them. I don't see a tiny little red line, which is, you know, slightly worrisome, but according to this, or yellow line rather. And then I'm like, oh, let's test that, and it's like, it's not recursive. It's just 2 bumpers. Okay, so then if we do a different direction here. That's all good. Then if we do this. Okay, no, there is a tiny little yellow line. I just didn't see it. Okay. So then just to satiate my curiosity here. Where is it? Excuse me. There should be a tiny little yellow line here, and I don't see it. I mean, I guess as long as it works. But still. Okay, hell yeah. Also, what was I listening to? And why is it not continuing? Oh no! I forgot to hit the button to repeat this. Dag nabbit. I haven't watched the Grumps in forever. And yet here I am listening to some of the music. Wait, nobody's here. Nobody's gonna complain if I listen to my weird noise music stuff. And then somebody had to say hi. I'm still gonna listen to my weird whatever noise music thing. But, yeah, okay, joke's on me, you like weird noise music? We are always listening. I guess I don't know if there is multiple people listening where you're at. So. I know there is always a Phil XD, and I am kind of surprised that when I say Pagorli, suddenly I get a message that's like, here's some extends, I ruined your roller coaster again. Here's a message that says, oh wait, no, I'm still here. So I guess we are always listening. There is always somebody listening. I'm like, this is the artist that made the art style for Marathon, essentially, kind of, sort of, basically. So. Oh, that's true. I know Pagorli does the multi-monitor, like, setup and watches multiple streamers. I don't know if the Phil XD does the multi-monitor setup. I know there is all sorts of, like, game-making experiments, but I don't know if the stream setup is nearly as extensive. Okay. So now... okay, so just a 2-monitor setup of the first monitor used for game dev. Yeah, I'm up to a 3-monitor setup myself. The 3rd monitor is in kind of an awkward position because I just propped it up on my previous PC. I just took my old PC case and I'm using that to prop up the... I probably put that in one of the things there with like my new setup. That was like 6 months ago or something, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't use the 3rd monitor a ton. It's mostly just for stream and putting the chat up on the top monitor. I put Discord up there too, and that might be why I haven't looked at Discord in forever. It's because I have it up on the big monitor there. But some of it's also, there's just so many notifications all the time. And I'm like, even on the like small Discord channels that I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, it's just my friends. And they're like having a conversation about Uma Musume. And I'm like, I don't. And then it's like, oh, let's talk about that new Nintendo Mii game. And I'm like, I also don't care about that one. Or it's like, oh, we're starting up some Overwatch. And I'm like, I guess I'll re-download it. But I don't know if I'm ever going to find time to play Overwatch again, so... Yeah, it's just a lot of... My timeline and their timeline does not line up. Okay, so... Now do we do the scary thing of... Because this is all looking correct. But is it going to explode if I do... Yeah, because what it should do is... Instead of this second debug thing, for whether it hits, is should do cast array. Okay, so let's... Make sure everything is completely saved, because this is going to... I hope it doesn't explode my computer. It should just bounce it between the things for each of them. It feels like I should be able to do this recursively, but every time I've done it, it just explodes. So... Oh, and then I'm not using hit 2. So, there. Okay, I finally narrowed it down. Okay, and then we make sure we save this too, because, do I know what the title blend, PVKK would be in English? PVKK, probably. Because I think that's what the game is called, right? Is it, or is it just PVK? It's PVKK, right? Yeah, PVKK. But no, I have absolutely no clue. Okay, Planet Protection Cannon Commander. That makes sense. Oh, it's got Planet and Commandant. Yeah, okay, those I can definitely pick out. Oh, cannon. There is a cannon in there. Vertendgun. Okay, yeah, that's the one that I protection. Protection is the word that I don't know. What was their other game? Oh, Dome Keeper, that's what it was. Yeah, okay, Dome Keeper did really well, and then they said, okay, we're gonna make this crazy PBKK game instead. Dang it, I meant to mute it. Yeah, okay, no, I could gather that that was the word for protection, but I can also gather that I would have no ability to say that word. Oh, and then I'm on actual Steam, so I can't see the follower list. Oh, it did. So it did. Update queued or update complete? Just update it. I was gonna say, I doubt I'm ever gonna touch this demo. I could probably remove. I think I have a few demos that I just never played and never touched. So. Okay, let's hit save and save and save. And also hit save and also hit save. Because I think I'm about to explode my Unity. Again, which is frustrating because I'm pretty sure the answer for this problem is recursion. Okay. That's good, that's correct. And then... Ooh, wait. It's not exploded. Ooh, and it's turning yellow because it's hitting that wall there. And ooh, there we go. Yes, hell yeah. Now I got lasers. That wasn't even the intent. The intent was yes. And then if I put this in there, you can tell that you broke your laser grid. Fuck yeah, that's what I wanted the whole damn time. Hell yeah. Okay, now I gotta make it not debug lasers and actual lasers. But this gives you the actual sense of what all space do you have left to put stuff. Yes! Hell yeah! I'm so excited. Yes! The debug is working! Now I need to actually make it invisible lasers and or a set of points that are part of a guide spline. Is there a different way to do it that's not this? Well, that's the other question. Is is there a way... Oh, you can animate this too, right? But why is it so bent? Because I need it to just be... Okay, no, I feel like I want to just run the game. Okay, is there a way? I want lasers I want lasers for previewing where the ball will roll, Or what for? Yes, that's what it is to preview where the ball is going to go, because I've had multiple people say, oh, or it's because when you have somebody who does this kind of thing, where they place a whole set of things, and then at the end realize, like, oh, like that, where I was making this whole grid here, and then said, oh wait, the first step is broken, and that I actually need to do this, and that, to actually be part of the thing. But I demonstrated the thing just without even meaning to, so. There are many ways to do it that are not this. Since you have 90-degree turns, it's even simple to use actual geometry like cubes. Otherwise, you could use particles, like I did in the game negative space. There are many ways to do it that are not this. That does make it sound like I did it wrong. I think it's working. Instead of that line render. Oh, you're saying making a trail of particles between the things? I mean, I guess I should go off the... I'm literally just stealing the line from Grindstone, so... But this was the idea, is having a series of chevrons that point your direction for your path. A la Grindstone. And... For serious? This is the only screenshot that actually shows you a path between the characters? Interesting. But since I only have 90-degree turns, it's even simple to use actual geometry like cubes. Otherwise, you could use particles. Well, and like I said, is this for the line? Actually rendering out the line? Or are you saying that I did the detection of the path incorrectly? Because I feel like the path detection is simple enough, so... Okay, you're saying rendering the line. Okay, because I was like, I think using a raycast to just... Yeah, okay. So actually detecting the path is fine. You're just saying the... whatever I want to do to render the line... could be like geometry or particles or yeah, because ideally I do want the actual like direction of travel too, so you can actually see the arrow that says, oh, you're going here and then here, as opposed to a different direction. You can even use a 3D modeled arrow piece that is laid out on the path, or just flat planes with that shape. In the end, it's up to you. Well, and that's like I said, because I was thinking of Grindstone, the initial thing that I messed with was this thing. But it looked a little bent and a little weird, and I was like, and also a little dark. Yeah, and I definitely wanted to update in real time, which I think kind of rules out particles. It's like, because I do want the direction of travel, but I don't think I want it to wait for, like, okay, here's a series of particles coming out of here that then travel along the path. Like, I think I do want it to be like it just renders along the... Yeah, that's the only problem with this line renderer setup, if I could get it to show up there, but... You're not gonna write any more Unity code for me? That's fine. You don't want to start Unity again? Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I keep complaining, I kind of want to redo, like, everything about this project. Because I definitely did do a lot of the, like, oh, this is just a prototype, I'll make it better in the future, and then I've proceeded to... But that's the thing, a lot of these, I think, are reusable. Like, there's some optimizations to be done, but... can be reused. Oh, I turned off the guide spline, didn't I? No, guide spline. As in, I was thinking of a spline. I'm just doing a series of points on a spline, but... I don't know, because I kind of want just an easy way to... It's like, I like the lasers, it's just if I could add an arrow or something. The chevrons and grindstones seem nice and clear to me. I'm so glad this is working! Fucking hell yeah! Yeah, okay, the colors definitely work for a debug, but... Oh. I guess I should pack. You really need to give Pagorli that level up. Because the bot is going to keep doing that, and then it's going to keep running into the level up issue. At least when it was making the coaster bigger, that was kind of fun, as opposed to just bot spam that is not doing anything. You gonna do it after this stream? Okay, cool. I was gone for 2 weeks. I mean, I guess it'd be hard to test. Since I was gone for 2 weeks. I didn't mean to be gone for 2 whole weeks. I was like, I just meant to be gone for a few days, because I was like, well, they're working on the parking lot. Of which they still are working on the parking lot, but at least I can park in my own apartment complex. And I think I could have. I think I could have parked in my own apartment complex, but I was just a little... wanted to be sure. Okay. But now, if I could just figure out the rendering on this, that's huge. That is a huge step covered. And yeah, it was all of this work to figure out just this line of code here. I'll figure out exactly how, figure out exactly how to position all of it. Okay, and it seems to be working on fixed update just fine. So. Okay, now the question is... do I lay out a texture? Do I lay out a... I was thinking a spline. My only problem being the one spline that I actually tried to do just looks kind of ugly. So maybe that's a question of just do another... Also, wait, this is just a line renderer, not a spline. Oh no, what is the Dream Tech? Do I have Dream Tech splines added? It's called Dream Tech splines, right? Okay, wait, those are the built-in Unity ones. The My Assets? Oh, I have it. Oh, it's in the project. Okay. So, you... Spline computer, spline node. I don't remember how to do this. Okay, guideline, you can go away. Because I'm figuring out something different here. I don't remember how to do this. Should I look up how to do this, or should I just add stuff? I'm like, well, we might just add stuff and see. This is the thing that has all the points? Yeah, and I thought it would do a curve. Because that's what you want out of a spline. Okay, how do you get there? We go. Okay, that's 0.9. What does the node do? Okay, you're a spline, you're not showing anything visually. But if I add like a cube? I don't remember how to do this. Oh wait, it's a drag and drop. I did. Sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, wait, and then if I hit play? If I change the position of this, that doesn't matter. If I change the position of the node, well, you drag the spline with it. That's making it look like I can't change the position of it. And I'm assuming if I do something like that, it'll... Oh, no, that... Why you not let me use the arrows to drag it up? And then this is not attached. Oh, but it is linked to the first one. I don't remember how you use this. Well, and I have the project booted up with the roller coaster there. like I don't have the project booted up, but I have the game booted up that uses splines in a line like this. There was somewhere to drop the... Okay, maybe not on that. Spline primitives? Oh, these are the... Okay, these are the default, like, sets. Neat. Don't know why you need that exactly, but... Okay, yeah, not what I was thinking of. Yeah, this is editing the set of splines. How do you shoot? How do you add the object to the spline or the spline computer or the whatever it is? Oh, did you just permanently flattened them into 2D and then... Great, okay. Can I just Control Z? I want the 3D, there we go. I just wanted a 3D set of points just to have them. How do you get the object that stretches between them? Because then I could just have an arrow, like you were mentioning, just make a 3D arrow, and have that as the thing. And I might even possibly be able to animate it. I just didn't want to look up a tutorial. I wanted to just remember how to do it. Boo. Yes, boo. Okay, was there another Dream Text Spline thing to add? Add component. Spline tracer. Kind of? Can you do multiple spline? A box collider generator? Oh, okay. A spline tracer. And then what does the tracer look like? Is my question. And can I have a multiple looping set of them? Okay. Maybe you need to be your own unique object? I don't remember what this node was in this node connector thing. Okay. So, let's drag you out of this. Reset you. Get rid of the node because I don't remember how that works or what that's doing. Give you a spline tracer and a spline computer. And now are you gonna run it? Just looked at what streamers Twitch is suggesting to me on the side. So one of them playing Subnautica 2, so when I looked on the stream. So when I looked on Steam when Subnautica 2 was released. Oh, it released today, exactly. Oh. That's actually, I think I did see something about Subnautica. Yeah, okay. It was right at the top that said Subnautica 2. Oh, early access. Okay, very positive. I was kind of, just because of the legal battle stuff they've been embroiled in behind the scenes, I was kind of wondering how Subnautica 2 was doing. But good to know people like it, so still have to play through Subnautica 1. Yeah, I'm not much of a survival game kind of guy, so I haven't. I mean, I've seen enough of it. Like, I've seen the Leviathans here, because I watched, like, Chi-Chi Murren punch one to death. Wandered into, like, a high-level area, and then, like, derped out the AI enough to just punch it to death, essentially. No, like, an ocean world is a really cool setting, but that's heckin' cool. Absolutely massive ocean monsters. Well, it's good that the game is good, despite the stuff going on in the background. And at least I hope the developers got paid, because I think it was also the publisher. Well, it was one of those weird, like, he said, she said kind of things, where it was like I think the publisher said, oh, you guys are fired because of some... Or the publisher, I think, was saying, oh, these guys were misallocating company funds and stuff like that, or something like that. And then the dev said, the publisher just didn't want to pay us, so they tried to cancel us for bonuses. Okay. I'm so glad that's working. But you didn't appear to be moving or doing anything. Because I think that's exactly what I'm doing for the little ducks on the roller coaster, too. Herm. I'm so glad. It looks so cool seeing this grid of lasers everywhere. Hell yeah. Fucking hell yeah. Okay, but the spline and the spline tracer don't appear to be doing jack diddly. Motion, please. I don't need an offset. I don't need modifiers to it. I just needed you to actually trace the spline. There is a spline and there is a set of points on the spline. So the spline tracer. Can I trace ing? Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, and I was assuming the generators are for actually showing the thing. But I kind of figure a spline tracer will work just fine. So excited to see if I can get it to trace a laser in an infinite loop through some frame-perfect timing to make the game crash. Yeah? What? Is that not reasonable? To have it trace through a laser grid until my computer explodes? I said I was exploding my computer with recursion. It hasn't exploded, and the recursion is working better than I thought, so... Spline user? Okay, we give it the spline, and then... What does that mean? Did I need a node? Go ram it. Okay. Dream Tech. Spline. Tracer. I want to see if you can get it to do that. Some stress testing. Yeah, somewhat. I was going to say 2018, 2020. They haven't... Are they still working on this? Also, are they still working on their... I don't think they're working on their... Yeah, I was going to say their hoverboard game. Which I thought looked really cool. Yeah, basically said nobody was interested enough, and I guess they've disappeared? Well, at least according to YouTube. How about Instagram or Twitter? Also, is Dream Tech still getting updated? Splines V3. Oh, it does say it's still currently in development. Okay, yeah, Kickstarter 15% funded. And then oh, there was a talk 16 weeks ago. Okay, 2024. Hard to tell. Hard to tell if they're still around. They don't appear to be. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I had the mailing list sign up. And then the Kickstarter just... I don't remember. Did it flop like hard or did it just flop? Okay, well that's the guide. Oh, okay, so they have not done any DreamTech Spline updates in a long while. Or, yeah, videos about DreamTech Splines in a long while. Do I want the nodes and junctions video? Spline computer? Spline users? The triggers? And I was looking at this. Do you have the tracer? This is getting more and more like I should just make sure that I can open up the other roller coaster project so that I can modify that in the future anyway. And then I can also look in there as to like how I did the splines and the things that roll along it. I'm just like, I got all the way to this point where I'm like, okay, I have the tracer, I have the computer with a set of splines. And it feels like it should just start running along it, right? Use triggers? I don't need it to trigger anything when it's running along the spline. I just want it to run along the spline. And then I can set all the points to whatever the thing is. It's because I messed with all of that stuff there. Okay, it doesn't seem like I needed the spline user. And then did this have any default things? Just the spline computer, spline node. Did this need to be a spline node? Dag nabbit. I guess I gotta look up the flippin'. Okay, let's just see if I can open the other project. And that can open up in the background because it'll take forever because Unity. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, if I do get yet another Unity developer, well, when I get another Unity developer job, maybe I should very much look into a different engine so that I'm not doing Unity at work and Unity in my free time and all that. Oh, and Unity Hub wants to update too. Down to Jam, right? It's just down to Jam because it was the first one. Okay, and then just do the most recent. That doesn't seem like the most recent. What is... Oh, that is. 6,000, 4.4. So yeah, just do that for down to jam. Okay, and then hope that the update does not break anything. Which I haven't had it do that yet, so I might just be lucky. Yeah, it's looking like it's picking up something. Okay, so yeah. Then if it doesn't run, it doesn't run. Okay, that doesn't look great, but hopefully it runs. Like I said, I haven't actually had problems. So, while that is updating and going, what else do I... Is there any other way I want to do this? Nah, I feel like doing the spline tracer on a series of points. Okay, well then I guess I could start mapping the spline to this. Okay, so now we do the spline computer. And then spline. And then here, when you do actually hit something, then do whatever the origin is. Oh yeah, when you hit the bumper and not the back, then you can add that point to the spline. And a trigger, I guess. Is there not like the points? Points, get point? Set point. Set points? Is there add a point? I very much hope that the project opens, because all of this stuff is I've done in that project, so that should help a lot. Also, this is on fixed update, so I guess it's really just check if that point has already been added, and then also thank you for the hydrate. It has been a while. What was I listening to? Why does it seem to have died? Oh, and I didn't learn my lesson! This. Yeah, okay, again, I was listening to just random stuff on SoundCloud again. Dadgummit. Dagnabbit. I didn't learn my lesson. What am I... Stream music. There's so many of these that I've listened to so many times. There we go. This stuff is fully new. Yeah, okay. I doubt I've listened to hardly any of this, so... Dogs just woke you up. This is supposed to go eat something and feed them. Yeah, probably a good idea. Maybe that's what they were saying. It's time to be fed. Please work. Okay, this spline. Yeah, I forgot how to add points, dang it. It said like set points, but it's like, okay, get point being... And then... set point. Let's just change that index. Was there seriously not like an add a point? I would assume it would be add point because it's a list of points there, so I don't remember to do any of this. Dang it. I really hoping this works. Do I want to try to model a chevron in 3D? I got some time to kill while it tries to open that old project. Or I could play the Crown Breakers demo, or this Hex Strikers thing, or 100 Friends. I absolutely love the music on that trailer. Oh, I never did get Combotronic, I just have the demo. Yeah, okay, I did. I downloaded all these demos and then didn't touch any of them. And then back to Blender. Okay, grab everybody and delete it. Now, how do I want to... What's the best way to do a chevron? Nope, Shift A. I didn't remember. Some kind of plane is fine. Okay, well, if I just take this and shear it and mirror it. So the edit mode, grab these 2 points, and then X, no, G, and then X. And then up by however much. Okay, and then I want to add a modifier. That's a material modifier. Generate mirror. Along the that's cool. Yes. Okay, but then I want to select everybody. Is this an edit mode or object mode? I made a nice X. It's not what I was aiming for. Okay, I like go back to edit mode. Then I want this object. And I want to move you along the Y. Oops, GY. Until you hit the middle. Okay. And then, can I make it like chunky or something? Grindstone. Oh, they very much do it like kind of, that's a square with a couple of triangles. So. Oh, so then I could pull each into, oopsie daisies. I think you could make it more convoluted. But yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make an arrow in the most convoluted way possible. What, is this not... Is this not a good idea? It'd be difficult to make it more complicated than this. I'm trying. You don't understand. I actually tried this time. Wait, there's a way you can see the actual XYZ components or something, right? Because I want to use just straight numbers, but... there's so many easier ways to do this. Wait, this wasn't that bad, right? It's not, it's... And then I hit E to extrude. This seemed pretty easy. If you if you want to tell me what the easier ways to do this are, that'd be great. I was like, this didn't seem like it was that bad, but I clearly don't know how to use Blender, so. Is it Shift B? Control B. Gosh dang it. Okay. Do I get rid of mine? Yeah, why not? Yes, delete. Ah, dadgummit. Delete everybody. Okay, spawn a cube. Do a loop cut. Select the loop with alt-click and move the middle spot forward a bit. Done. That requires me remembering how to do a loop. Nope, that's not it. Control L? No, it's not L. R. Control R? C? It was Control R. I had it. I have to select something though, right? Man, I was getting there. I'm getting better. That's what I keep telling myself. That's my new mantra that I've been using recently. Is I'm getting better. Whenever I'm feeling like stressed or something, I'm like, I'm getting better. Okay, Control R. That's the wrong direction. So then this one. Control R. There we go. Loop cut. I always forget it does that. Did that put it in the middle? Oh, and it already had everything selected. Okay, there. Then we scooch this up by -1. Yeah, I'm like, can you? That was quicker. Okay, and then I do want to shrink this. As it's selecting something else. Okay. Hue. And then shrink it. Like half height? Wait, you can put in a number or something, right? Because I would love to use exact numbers for this. Well, I found X-ray mode up here too. I didn't need to select all the points, I just needed the ones on the top surface. But I'm like assuming this is X-ray mode, right? Or wireframe, rather. Okay, and then object mode. Move it up by a bit. Does it say the numbers for actually like how much I'm doing on this? Yeah, okay, just use all the hotkeys. I tend to not have my hands on the keyboard. I tend to just keep one hand doing absolutely nothing and then the other hand on the mouse. I like the mouse. Which is probably why my left wrist hurts and not my right, is because I actually use my right wrist for using the mouse, and then my left wrist does not do anything. Okay, and then it was Control B. It was. You don't seem to be beveling very much. What's with that little orange vertice there? That appears to be selected. Did I didn't copy this, did I? What? Huh? Something looks off in edit mode here. That doesn't look like it lines up. Why is it looking like it doesn't line up? Is there a second? What? When did I copy this thing? The loop cut? Is that what did I screw up the loop cut? The answer is I screwed up the loop cut. What? Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna undo everything. Okay, then Control R and click and click. Okay, yeah, double click it. Then I can move this. Okay, can I just put in 1? Ooh, -1. Whoops, what? Ah! Stop! I lied! 1. Okay, move it and then do 1. Can I do negative? Okay, so you can't just put in numbers. Which is why I use the hotkeys. One hand on the mouse and one hand on the keyboard. Yeah, I know. Okay, so then, like I said, I could do select all this top stuff and then say move you to 0. No, move you to 1. Move you to 2. Okay, move you to -1. Okay, you can put in a negative. There we go. Okay, I wanted exact numbers. I like my exact numbers. That's why I like pixel art. Okay, so then we select everybody. Move it up along here to 1. No! What do you mean? Also, thank you for the follow. Oh, wait. Everybody. Yay! Also follower goal. Hell yeah. That means I still haven't hit 400 followers, which is a nice round number, but I've got $4 worth of followers if you put it in dollars. Okay, so if I just hit Z and then I hit 0.5. No. Oh, wait. GZ 0.5. Aye, there we go. And then I click to confirm it. Hell yeah, I've got exact numbers. This is what I wanted. So now if I do these 2 points and I say Control B to bevel it, and then I scroll up a little bit. I lied. This is the exact one I didn't want to do that on. Or did I want to? Did I want to bevel it at all? Like, Grindstone does not bevel their chevron at all. Maybe I just leave it. Okay, so now we do all. And then we say S to scale it. We say Z. And we say 0.25. Hey! I'm learning! Okay, is that good? Is that a nice arrow? It's looking a little thick now. So then I select, we go into wireframe. I select these points and then say G to move, X, and then 0, 1, 0.5. Then we right click, because that's not what I wanted. Okay. GX 3. Okay, now you're doing it. GX 0.5. You're adding to it. So GX minus 1. That's a little too much. Okay, GX minus 0.5. How's about that? How's about them apples? Is that a good chevron? Is that too thick, too fat, too... It looked a little big the other way. This looks like a little more like it'll fit in a cube. Okay, then we do all. Let's say GX 0.25. I lied. GX minus 0.25. There. Now it's centered using math. Almost thought Pagorli would show up to do his usual XYZ when you said it's thick / fat. I don't even know what the usual XYZ thing is. Now Pagorli does need to show up and tell me what this thick / fat thing is. Okay, so then we save this as a project. Oh, the usual year in XYZ. Yeah, okay. The no U. Yeah, okay. Chevron. Under why is it documentos? How in the... I feel like that's a typo I did like 10 years ago when it gave me Microsoft OneDrive, and now it's just like that. Oh, that was a question. What does a 3D printer use as its object files, and can I export it from Blender? Like, can I take my slime that I modeled in Blender and export it to a 3D printer and print it? Because that would be so heckin' cool to do for, like, conventions and stuff. Because I do have... There's a Pagorli. Now there's actually... You were, I guess, summoned. Apparently. Wrong keys, yep. Okay. So now that is exported, I can go over to my... I never remember what it is. Documents or documents? OneDrive. Yeah, and then I look at this and I go, what in the... That's so old. Where is that coming from? Okay, C. Users. Me. Documents? No, OneDrive. C. Users. Me. OneDrive. Documents. Blender? Oh, no, it's just here. C, user, OneDrive, this. Now, chevron.blend. There's part of me that wants to round it out, and there's part of me that's like, well, that it wasn't necessary for the thingamabob. I think I have the thing a little too quiet because I heard neither of those quacks. Either that or their music's too loud. Oh, you're still opening? That's either good or bad, I don't know. And now you're compiling scripts. I need to stop using this program. I need to make games in a different engine, like Godot, that's faster. I don't know if Unreal's all that fast, but... 3D printers use G-code, but G-code is made from a slicer that takes STL files. And yes, you can get those from Blender. I thought so. I was like... Blender, I would assume, has an ability to export to STL. Okay, there we go. And then I can help dust off my my girlfriend's 3D printer. I would be so excited to see some dumb asset I made 3D printed. Yeah, part of me wants to do one of these voxel assets, but I think all the ones that are cool are... Do you not have any of them? You don't have the default like folder that says here's the... No. It's because it's under downloads. Would like to make a game with some of my voxel assets? Are you talking the character creator? I keep thinking I should do... Yeah, because like they're partially married, and if like I could fully marry the two, it was just the hairstyles. Like if I took all of those pixel hairstyles and then made voxel versions, it would take forever. I have a lot of games in the backlog, so you should probably make those first. Yeah. Well, and that's also a thing of... Are both of you broken? Are both of you stopped and dead? I can't mess with either of them. I was just doing this because this one said it was loading. Not because both of them are now loading. And you've been loading for 2 minutes. Well, when the ad starts in 35 seconds, I'm definitely just gonna go use the restroom and hope that this is working. Wait, I can copy my slime into here, right? Because they should be a similar size. Slime. And then we go back to... Oh, it's... Okay, so it didn't open both. Sure. What? No, paste. That's just vertices. No. You said copy. At least I thought it said copy. Ad break starting soon, or ad break has started? Well, okay, the timer finished, so I'm gonna assume that the ad break is about to happen momentarily if it has not already. Okay, good, and I actually remembered to do that. So it's not playing random music. Okay, I will be back. Okay. At least this loaded. Which then means I can drag the... not the blend file, the FBX. Over to models. I'm like, does it need to be 3D? No, but it does help. I guess if I ever do it 3D to where you move up or down, then a 3D chevron is important, but... Also, that's probably way, way too much to try to tackle that. That's maybe a sequel thing. Yay, okay. Oh, and then because of Blender, it's all exporting kind of sideways to how I made it. But that's okay. Okay, so now, instead of this, we're gonna do a... Well, no, because you have the spline tracer. Well, okay. Then... chevron. And then drag you there. Do I need to shrink it a little bit? It's like I think I was kind of using the 1-to-1 scale of Unity. Yeah, I was gonna say, it does need the -90. But then also... Yeah, okay, it does need to be a little smaller than the... Oh, I did move it inside of the thing here, so... Didn't actually mean that. I guess technically that doesn't need to be rotated, just that. And then we do like... Okay, let's run the thing and see how it compares. Getting closer. This is going to be so useful and so cool once it's actually running. And it's getting closer. It's getting dangerously close. Okay, you were heckin' huge. Comparatively. Oh, so yeah, put you on... Oops. So like 5. No, 6. There. Put you on 6. And then put you at like 3. Nope. 1. There we go. So right above the thing. Or inside it in this case. Either or. Okay, and I want it to be a little smaller than the thing. So if I do 80 like I was thinking, what does that look like? Yes, es perfecto. Because then that kind of fits into the pipe that fits with the slimes. Es perfecto. And then... So technically you're going to be at like... there if I want you up out of the... And then I have absolutely no clue what color it's gonna be. Yeah, and I know Grindstone did like a light blue anytime you use like a gray item or something. It's obviously gray on gray is not gonna work, so. Oh, and then you'll need the shader and stuff, but okay. Meaning we add the outline shader. I do want an outline on this. Yes. And then I want 80 was kind of perfect. So then that, and then I have not solidified anything else here, but I can prefab it and then get rid of you. Okay, now. Ooh. Well, it's closer to working. As long as you tell me how I actually made the roller coaster using the splines and the tracer and the adding points to the roller coaster. I'm like, all of those things that I have in this project are things I want to use in this other project, so. Okay, this cube. Oh, had the spline tracer on it. This is just a random node. And then the cube, I want to add a spline tracer to the chevron, most likely. Yeah, I'll have to figure out a different material for it too. So if I look at grindstone, did they do... Oh, they change colors. They have a gradient of color between them. Which I might need to figure out something like that. Oh boy. Okay, but most likely I'm gonna need a spline tracer. And then you don't have a spline computer. But if I add that, and then I add the spline computer... Okay, wait, guide spline at this point. Oh, and then you didn't... Yeah, you don't need a tracer. And this is just a basic spline computer. Okay, wait, yeah, just add a spline computer. Oh, so these are not... Oh, spline follower, not a spline tracer. Oh no! Maybe I could have figured this out. I just am using the wrong thing. Oh, fudge face. That's on the prefab. Okay, wait. No, this is one of the scenarios. Mess with everything in the scene, and then after. Okay. Maybe I should have just copied this because it has a set of example points to use. Okay, there we go. So then I can get rid of this spline. Then this spline has some example points. Then this chevron, if I add a spline follower. There we go. Then I add a computer. And then I do this. Oh no, is it gonna work just perfectly fine? No, I'm very glad that I was able to open this project though. Which would open up the option to add to it. Also, did my VTuber die? As in, it's probably been dead a while. Oh, my camera died. You hope that my VTuber died? Is that what you're saying? Well, okay, if the webcam died... Why did the webcam die? Okay, so if I kill VTube Studio... Again, the language is a little violent there, but... That came out wrong? Wait, so who did you want to die? You wanted to kill somebody. That's what I'm getting from this? Hey, okay, that fixed it. I don't know why the camera died. Don't worry about it. I guess as long as it's not all those children that you were collecting. Before and after all the streams. Okay, this blind follower was the thing I needed the entire go-ram time. Mother, father. Okay, and you were supposed to be... Is that right? That's backward, isn't it? Nah, that's right. Hell yeah. Okay, so now if I hit go... It's coming together. It's coming together. It's gonna be so good. Wait. Oh, you can't hear that at all. Man, why did it save the audio so heckin' quiet?
It's gonna be so good.
There we go. Man. At least I was having fun with Borderlands 4 the other day.
It's gonna be so good.
There we go. I just have to bump the audio. Well, that sucks. Oh, is this correct? That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, good. So the portfolio link is still working. Yeah, because it's the same link. It's just a new website. Yay! That looked better. It looks better than my old website. It's still kind of simple, but oh, this is itch.io, of which I have a new game for this year. Meaning I could probably put these out of the like. Well, I don't know. I want to keep some of the stuff featured, so maybe we'll let that be a rolling, like, couple of years. I lied. The chevron looks absolutely massive now that it's just kind of zipping about. Okay. So now I can get rid of all these points because that's not actually... So delete all the points because now I need to add them to... Oh, and I guess it just has the default start point? No, it doesn't. I just missed that one. Okay, so the chevron should start... It's like definitely not negative. 1? Oh, it was 1.25. Okay, there we go. So that is kind of exactly where the thing is. Okay, so that's all ready to go, and then now it's a matter of how was I adding... Okay, so the roller coaster. Spline mesh, yeah, okay, spline mesh is the one that I was using to... Oh, there was like a pre-bake the things in the follower, right? Follow mode, follow speed. An automatic start position. Shoot. Automatic start position, I guess. I don't know what that means because I kind of want to pre-bake it so that it's when the spline is modified, it just moves. Yeah, the one problem with doing a whole bunch of spline followers is also like how bunched is it gonna get and how. Well, and it's probably, I just need to do like a rolling texture and then that. I don't know, I kind of wanted to do like the 3D chevron moving around, but that's probably too much. Okay, but here, for the roller coaster, how am I adding stuff to the spline computer? Is the question. Because if I can figure out how to add points, then I just need to add all the points of everything that I hit. Add writer. Oh, yeah, okay, and I could set it at a certain distance. Okay, add a spline point. There's a new spline point, and then points.add spline point. Point count is 18. Oh, I just capped it at a certain amount? I don't know that I necessarily needed to cap it at a certain amount. Okay, so this was the one that added to the end. Oh, and reset is just I'm adding based on the coaster length. Okay, this is the only thing that I would need then. Okay, so we're gonna just grab this and move. Okay, good thing I can open this other project again too. Okay, and then we're gonna do add the spline point. Okay, I don't necessarily need a spacer. And then what are points then? Okay, max length I'm also not needing to worry about. This is adding it to wherever along the roller coaster? No. This is adding a spline point, which is just saying... Okay, the actual point I have... Yeah, because this one was adding a random one. I'm not adding a random point. I'm adding a new spline point at... this point here. Okay, now I need to figure out what points is. There's a new list of spline points. Okay. Okay, so now okay, is still this artist because I was like that this is very specific and I'm not recognizing it. So okay, the only issue being oh, I don't need the index either because I'm not using that. I'm just adding to the end. Okay, and then I'm just adding the spline point to, or the point that I'm adding is the origin. No, the point that I'm adding is the parent of the object, not whatever this is. Right? Yeah, because I was adding a default of the certain direction to it. I just need the middle of the bumper. Okay, the only problem is this is going to add like so many spline points. So, now how do I say if this point already exists? Because this is on fixed update, it's casting array. And I just needed to add the point if it is. Well, I could either check the list of points, or can I? There's got to be an easy way to check the list of points, right? This just seems absolutely terrible to be doing every update. Spline points. And points. And then here, if position or value, maybe. Oh, I guess it is position then, as opposed to is not equal, or equals the this. Well, this is the found the point. Okay, now here. False, didn't find it. I lied. It found it. And then here, after you've checked everything, if found point is not, then you can add the new point. Does this game have fishing? What, plunk? Oh no. The idea plunk is like the sound of like a bobber hitting the water kind of sound, like, well shoot, now I gotta add fishing, don't I? And now that I have little slime characters, I was thinking about like, oh, I could add like NPC quests or whatever, or like I could do a lot with the slime characters. Does it have fishing? It does not have fishing currently. Will I add fishing? Unlikely. And possibly no, so. It doesn't have any dogs that you can pet either. There are no pettable dogs. So, probably like negative 10 out of 10. Lose 10 points every time. Gryffindor has not made any points. Now, if I make a pettable dogfish, then I've covered both bases, right? Wait, there's a catfish. There's gotta be dogfish, right? I don't know my fish very well. Dogfish is a shark? Squaliday. That is a fantastic name. Okay, I'll add a petable Squaliday. That's a dogfish? Interesting. It's a shark. Because I was like, a catfish I don't think looks like... It's a venomous shark? There's always so many interesting ocean critters. Or at least there's just so many interesting animals. There's gotta be like a random... also appear. Okay, wait, if I just look up random animal... Generator? Is this gonna make me a random animal, or is it gonna give me a random animal? I was gonna say, these aren't real things, what are you talking about? And then it was like echidna. I'm like, no, that is an animal. A zebra. Or a zebra? I don't know. I think I have heard of an onager. But like the rest of these, okay, yeah, so this is giving me... Yep, no, that is a... Wow, a nasty little rat. That eyeball is so small. Like, why though? Probably for digging around in the dirt where it doesn't actually need to see very much. Okay, I'm glad there is a random animal site. Okay, I was gonna say, there's probably gonna be a lot of these here. Okay, I know more of these. Like a robin I know of, a springbuck I've heard of, a rabbit, obviously. Gerbils I've heard of. Yeah, okay, there's a good, like, chunk of these that I'm like, okay, I know mandrills, macaque, tarsier. Something like that. Tarsier? Okay, and then it's... Okay, that seems to be a pretty small pile of animals here if I'm getting so many repeats. Zocor. Okay. I got so distracted by small ball. Well, what's small ball? I was so distracted by random animals. Okay, so now there is no spline computer. I wish to add you. There we go. Now I can add a spline computer to the script. So then when the script runs, I can actually add points to the spline, and then the chevron, which is already following it, should... Let's just see if this explodes. Although the fact that I did recursion earlier and it exploded my computer multiple times, and then I did recursion today with some actual proper testing as to whether it was working or not, it works fantastic. Oh, technically you should be moving already. Ooh. Are you gonna... Oh, so it doesn't have the starting point. Also, please don't add any amount of curve. I don't need any curve to this. Okay, the starting point has not been added. Now it's calling it AI viewers. Not viewbots. It's just saying AI viewers. Weird. Okay, so let's add the first point here. Okay, can I modify this first point? Oh, escape. There we go, escape. So now point 1, its position should be the exact same as the thing. Oh, and then I'm gonna need to reset them. Can I pet a cat or dog in my game? Are you asking this because Pagorli asked it? I already answered that. I said no, there is no catfish, there is no dogfish. You cannot fish, you cannot pet cats, you cannot pet dogs. If I add a little animation, maybe you could pet the slime. Yeah, petting the slime. Well, and I could add like a cat slime or a dog slime or a dogfish slime or a catfish slime. Chevron? What mystical, magical, mysterious land have you run off to? What are you fluffing mean, you dumb? Oh, it's too fancy. So, bruh, you're supposed to add that. Okay. So that is a thing I need to. There's a couple things I need to change. It's just adding points. It should still have that first point though, right? Yeah, 0.1. Don't do the floating point. I understand that the bits in the computer aren't necessarily perfect, and there's some photons or something that could be flying through the space and flipping bits or something, but I want my nice numbers. Also, hello. You've caught me at a good time. I have gotten a lot of good stuff done. I have to be somewhere at 4 o'clock. I completely forgot up until now. Oh, I didn't do my homework. Ruh-roh. Whoopsie daisies. Oh, I probably have a bunch of emails that say, hey, you've got a meeting coming up. I mean, it is just a, That was today, right? No? There it is. Okay, yes. I did get an email that says, hey, don't forget you got a life coach meeting. And I'm like, well, it's certainly cheaper than therapy, and he can give me pointers on my resume, so. Okay, but now that I'm mentioning that, dang it, I'm on a roll. It's looking so good. But I gotta take off, so. Okay, and there are, in fact, people here. You know, like somebody who just showed up, which you got a little bit of it. It's looking very good. Oh, and I do want to come back after this, which I might do. The Neon Caster, who does, whatchamacallit? How long have they been streaming? Wait, huh? What's the follower on 1,000? Okay. Meaning they just started, right? Oh no, that looks like an hour. Oh, interesting. I just think of Skyjacks as being like this really big thing, and I guess it's not as big as I thought. Okay, also, music needs to shut up so that I can. Oh, I think I've been raiding over here quite a bit. We just happen to be streaming at the same time now. What's Candy Dev working on? What's Temtic working on? They both got us something or other going. How's about Debuggus? This looks like they are. Wait, somebody just remade The Sims, right? Was it them? Where they did like a Sims like? Oh, it's doing the thing, isn't it? Yeah, they were doing like a Sims jam thing or something. Okay.
Right?
The Sims horror game. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I failed.
Oh, you failed.
I have to.
So everybody knows that we have to
Okay. Yeah, we can go right over here. I did catch that this was happening. There was some kind of
Damn, it's so quick.
Sims thing. Ugh, always during the ads. Bugger off. Okay. Do I let the ad finish?
Damn.
Exercising is hard.
It's honestly, I feel hashtag that's why I don't
You
want
can
to
use the mouse
exercise.
click,
It's
okay.
hard.
If you're in ads, can you see that a raid is happening?
The mouse click.
I don't know. Well, and there's a lot of people who aren't in ads anyway, but
Opening of the space bar.
I might just let it ride. Ooh, that is flashing. That is neat, but also kind of painful.
I see what you mean with the flashing lights.
Oh, and again, it looks like another one of those raids where it's like, let's take people that are already here and dump them in the stream again.
The Kool-Aid thing, yummy.
Okay.
Mixed with sweat. He has more
I was like, the raid message should.
His hands
care.
are his hands are like bloody.
Ah, it's not coffee. It's
Okay.
drink,
Like I said, I gotta take off because I got a thing that I nearly forgot about. So I'm gonna go do that. I guess I only have 5 minutes to do my homework. Whoops.
Yeah, I cannot cheat it.
But okay, go have fun with horror sims. I should be back. What is it? It's Thursday,
This reminds me what
and I don't. Oh,
Pops.
I do have the appointment, but that's the morning. I should be back tomorrow. I think I don't have anything big, and I'm back into a routine. So okay, goodbye. Good night. Good luck. Have fun sleeping. Have fun watching this, rather. Bye.
It's a normal and cozy gardening game